everybody, welcome to Culinary Undertaking. Thanks for watching, I really appreciate it. And I gotta remind you, if you like what I do, please remember, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it if you do that for me. Anyway, today I'm gonna show you how to make a pork loin. Now I'm gonna put this in the smoker. Obviously you can do this in the oven, same thing, but I think it's a little better on the smoker. And so this is just a trimmed little pork loin I got from the grocery store. There's still some fat on top, but there's not a lot. I'm not going to worry about that much because it'll render off, it'll come off in the smoker. I've got a couple little sprigs of rosemary that I have, and I'm going to put that on it, and I'm also going to use those to spread the oil around. I've got a little oil we're going to put on it. I've got a little bit of my favorite rub I'm going to put on there, and use your favorite rub. This is what I'm using. If you don't have a favorite rub, or you don't know where to go get one or whatever, use salt and pepper, it'll be fine. So I'm going to put a little drizzle of oil on this side, and now I'm going to kind of mash my rosemary up just to kind of break it up and get the oils out of there a little bit. And I can already smell it. Now I'm just going to use this like a little brush to put my oil on here, and hopefully that's going to help spread around that rosemary flavor, get it all over into the pork there. Every side nice there. You don't need a lot of oil, you just need a little bit, and it's just to help keep it from drying out. And also I want to be able to put the oil on there so that the rub will stick to it when we shake the rub on there, which is the next step. So there's either salt and pepper, or put your favorite rub or spice or whatever you have on there. To the other side. That's it, it's ready to go. Now I am going to keep the rosemary with it. I'm going to put that right on top. Let it cook with the pork loin while it's on the smoker. And what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to put my smoker on its lowest setting, and I just want to smoke the pork loin for about 3 hours just on a really low temperature, just to kind of get that smoke flavor on it. Then we'll turn it up to 350, let it cook for about another half hour, and we'll probe it and check the temperature, and when it's 165 we'll take it off. And also I'm going to put, I've got a little tray, I've got a little bit of water in there. I'm going to put that underneath the pork loin when I cook it. That way any drippings and anything that come off of the pork loin, I'll save them in that container. And I have the water in there just so that all my drippings just don't land in the pan and just evaporate, and I go out and just have a crusty old pan when I go out there. And then we'll take those drippings, when the pork loin's done, I'll bring that in, we'll reduce that down, we'll make a nice little sauce to put on the top of it. And so I'll go get this on the smoker. I won't show you what that looks like, you've seen me do that 100 times. I'm just going to take this, put it on the smoker, let it go for a few hours, turn the heat up. When it's done, I'll bring it back in and I'll show you what it looks like then. Well, here we are after 3 hours. That's what our roast is looking like. And then we got some good drippings going on down the bottom. So now after 3 hours of soaking up the smoke, I'm going to turn it up to 350. Give it 20 or 30 minutes, I'll start probing it. And when it reaches the 165, I'll pull it off. And then we'll get to eating. Okay, our pork loin is ready. This is the drippings that I saved underneath it. So we're going to start heating that up. We'll make a little sauce out of that. And just so you can see it, there's the finished product. So I'm going to put it in the microwave, not on, just to let it rest. So that'll stay nice and safe in there while we make the sauce. And it's just getting warm, so we want to turn the heat up a little bit high. We want to reduce this down. Now I've got another little piece of rosemary that I have. I'm going to throw that in there. We'll pull that out. We're not going to eat that. We'll just leave it in there while we're making the sauce, and we'll pull it out and throw it away. Then butter in here. Let that melt down. A little salt and pepper in here. Actually, I'll skip the salt. And instead, I'll use some of the same rub we put on the pork loin. We'll put that in the sauce. That way it'll complement what we've already put on the roast. And there's enough salt in there, I don't need to add more. And since we're having pork roast, we'll use our little pig spatula. Oh. Alright, so it's boiling, the water's evaporating out of there, our butter's almost melted. I'm going to add a little more. Okay, so as you can see, our sauce is getting much thicker. It's reduced down quite a bit. And now at this point, I'm going to add some heavy whipping cream in here to make this a nice cream sauce. It didn't take a whole lot, which is good because I didn't have a whole lot. Alright, we'll give that a minute, reduce it a little bit more, and then it's time to eat. Alright, our sauce is done. Here's our pork. I'm going to pull these crispy guys off of there. We don't need that rosemary anymore. And I'll cut right in the middle and show you what we got. Hopefully you can see how juicy that is. Oh man. And now basically you cut as thick or thin a piece as you want, because now essentially every piece you cut off, you just have a boneless pork chop. I've got my chop. Got a little bit of our cream sauce on there. Ooh. Oh. If my tongue could dance, it would jump out and do a little jig on the table. Super good. So whether you do it in a smoker, whether you do it in the oven, either way will work. You saw how simple this was. A little olive oil, a little bit of your favorite rub or salt and pepper. It didn't even take all that long to cook. I smoked it for 3 hours, finished it off at a higher temp for a half hour. I made the little reduction sauce. It took me less than 10 minutes. All it is some butter and some cream. Reduce it down, get all that water out of there till it thickens up into a nice little sauce. Oh, and it's good. So let me know if you try it. I hope you do. It's really good. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.